fellow YouTubers, you have failed this city.
Alright, you guys, so hope you liked that intro. Just a quick little thing I thought of. Anyways, I'm here today to review Arrow Season 1. Now, if you guys don't know, Arrow is the CW television series about the DC comic character, the Green Arrow. And basically, the overall plot of this first season is we meet Oliver Queen, who's this billionaire playboy, and he and his father get lost at sea. Their ships shipwrecks. He gets stranded on an island for 5 years, and then, like I said, he's only on there for 5 years until he's rescued and brought back home. He comes back home a very different person than he was than when he left, and he decides to hood up every night and cross off all these names that are on his father's list of people who are poisoning his city, and he just wants to do good, and, you know, he's a vigilante. Now, what I think of the first season of Arrow is, I love the show. I do. I was late to the Arrow game. I was. It was right before Season 3 started was when I convinced myself that, alright, everybody keeps telling me Arrow's really, really good, so I went out and bought the first season on DVD. I liked it. I liked it very much, actually. So then I went and bought Season 2 on DVD, and yeah, I'll talk about Season 2. So I was able to catch up before Season 3 started, but let's talk about the cast of the show. Stephen Amell is playing Oliver Queen, a.k.a. Arrow, or as he's just called in the first season here, the Vigilante. Now, what I think of Stephen Amell is he's really, really, really good in this character. He is. Let's see here. I can't remember seeing him in really anything before this show. And he's a really good actor. There's a couple spots in this first season where he's not the best when it comes to the acting, but you gotta remember, he hasn't really done much before this. So, I gotta give him a break for that. But for the most part, he's very good. He's very convincing. He just turns into this character. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of Green Arrow in the comics universe. I knew a little bit about him. Didn't know too much about it, but I did know a little bit. And yeah, Stephen Amell, he's perfect for Oliver Queen. Stephen Amell is the one who turned me on to Green Arrow. He is. He's the one who made me a Green Arrow fan. So yeah, that's really, really cool. Then we have David Ramsey in here as John Diggle, aka the Black Driver, who is assigned to drive Oliver around town and kind of be his bodyguard and stuff like that. And yeah, John Diggle, he's the voice of reason. He's the one who always gives the motivational speeches to Oliver in the show. And Diggle is such a lovable character. And yeah, it's just, I love Diggle. David Ramsey, awesome. Then we have Emily Bett Rickards playing Felicity Smoke. And Felicity is this, IT girl who's really, really good with technology and stuff like that. Oliver kind of goes to her to kind of get some help with some of his cases. Her not knowing that he's the vigilante, of course, but she's really, really, really likable in this first season. She has a great sense of humor. She's, I'm not really good with technology for the most part. I didn't graduate from MIT or anything, but she's relatable and she's likable, and I gotta give props to Emily Bett Rickards for that. Then we have Willa Holland, who's playing Thea Queen, and Thea is Oliver's sister, and I gotta say, I became a Thea fan much, much later. In this first season, though, I'm not really a big fan of Thea. I don't care about the whole bratty, spoiled teenager. I don't care for that. Her acting's fine. By the way, I have no problem with the acting of anybody on this show. It's just the way some certain characters were written. Then we have Colin Donnell, who's playing Tommy Merlin, and Tommy is Oliver's best friend. And when Oliver comes home, he finds out that Tommy and his ex-girlfriend Laurel, who I'll talk about, have been hooking up. And Tommy is a really likable character. Okay, you could argue that maybe he's not always likable, but I've always liked him. Tommy is the guy who he's still kind of the party animal, kind of. He's trying to get Oliver back into the party life, but on the other hand, he's really serious about Laurel, and he's kind of wants to mature enough for her, and I like that. Speaking of Laurel, let's talk about Katie Cassidy as Laurel Lance. And Laurel Lance, she's this lawyer, and like I said, she was Oliver's ex-girlfriend. Well, she found out that, her sister died on that ship. And by the way, guys, anything I'm saying in here, it's not a spoiler. I'm going to stay away from spoilers and TV reviews. But yeah, she finds out that her sister died on the ship with Oliver because Oliver was cheating on Laurel with her sister, and which is fucked up, by the way. So yeah, I don't know if I'd like, Oliver pre-shipwreck. But yeah, so she's still pissed off about that. I like Laurel in this first season. I do. I think the writers did a really good job with Laurel, where do we put Laurel in season 1? And I like season 1 Laurel quite a bit, actually. But let's talk about another Lance. Let's talk about Quentin Lance, played by Paul Blackthorne. I love this dude. He is one of my favorite characters on the show. There's just absolutely everything likable about Lance, as I just call him Lance. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, he's trying to put together this task force to stop the vigilante, but then again, he's helping him on some cases, so that's cool. Then we have Malcolm Merlyn. Malcolm Merlyn, which is Tommy's father. He's kind of against a rival company, you would say, against Oliver Queen's father's company. They were friends, but company-wise, they were kind of competitors. But Malcolm Merlyn, I like Malcolm Merlyn quite a bit in this season, actually. He's really, really great. There's really not much I can say without spoiling anything. The one thing I do like about this show is that it's a reverse Lost. Lost, they were on the island and having flashbacks of the mainland. In Arrow, they're on the mainland, and Oliver's having flashbacks of stuff that happened on the island he was marooned on for 5 years. And I like that whole reverse Lost aspect to it. Stuff on the island, it's kind of a slow burn in the first season. The first couple episodes are like, okay, this has potential, but not much is really happening. And then once some good stuff does start happening, I love the island stuff. So yeah, Arrow Season 1, I really, really enjoy it quite a bit. What do you guys think about it? Comment your thoughts. By the way, my rating for Arrow Season 1, I'm going to give Arrow Season 1 a solid A. Yeah, A for Arrow, why not? So yeah, go. If you guys have seen Arrow, what do you guys think of the first season? Comment your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!